Well, very good afternoon. You have had a great session in the morning, inaugural, followed by wonderful technical sessions as well. Hope you really enjoyed and benefited from the knowledge deliberated in the morning sessions. Well, my friends, not much ado. I announced you the disruption session, but we came before. We thought we'll show our faces before that. But Mr. Jignesh Talasila, who is the disruptive speaker, is already here, and he will join after this session. So, once again, very good afternoon to you, all of you, and living to the expectations of the theme of this summit, the Summit for Economic Growth, the CII TG-PackCON 2025, the trade happens with the collaborations. And we are in a global village environment. So the business next door to you can export to any country, any part of the world. Means and ways are many. Unlike 3 decades ago, how the business, people are not seeing what is happening. Today, even a small business, if it gets a traction online without any effort, if somebody likes in Ankara, somebody likes in Melbourne or in Brisbane, or somebody likes in Ontario, they get access. They immediately talk about it and somehow access it, and then they buy, and the seller get benefited. But very true, at the same time, you have ambassadors of all countries, their representatives, being the trade commissioners or consuls or whatsoever you call. To me, they are ambassadors of their respective countries, promoting their country in our country. In turn, they also promote our products, our trade, our culture, so that it's mutually beneficial for both the countries. And today we are so fortunate to have representatives of 5 embassies, 5 countries, the top companies, Netherlands, Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, and Turkey. So we are very fortunate to have in our session today Ms. Simran Masan. She is Senior Trade Advisor, the British Deputy High Commission. She was in Mumbai High Commission before, and recently she came and looking after the life sciences as well. And Ms. Tuze Gul, Commercial Attaché, the Consulate General of the Republic of Turkey. Ms. Sangeeta Krishnamurthy, many of you know, Senior Director, Australian Trade and Investment Commission, Australian Government. Her foray also is life sciences mostly, even though she deals with other areas as well. Vikram is mostly our man, not a Canada man. So we don't consider him as a diplomat or consulate from their High Commissioner. Nevertheless, he is the Trade Commissioner sitting in Hyderabad, representing 2-3 states here already. So Canadian High Commission, very vibrant, very friendly, very eloquent in his initiatives. And last but not least, it's a very important Ram Vedantam. He has been in this diplomatic relations for the last 20-25 years, and we have been together for a little bit connect, Dutch connect. So being the chairman of Indo-Netherlands Business Association, I have a great affinity to Ram. And he is the Deputy Trade Investment Commissioner, Netherlands Business Support Officer, NBSO. We are very fortunate to have all of you, my dear friends, because we know the value of your time. At the same time, we know your intention to share your knowledge, your intention to share the initiatives by your respective embassies with the business community. Just for your information, there are maybe around 150 people in the audience. Just for example, just now I saw 12,750 people are watching this on live. So you're on live with that. A round of applause to HyBiz people also. It's a pleasure to welcome all of you to this very special session that brings together diplomatic representatives from most forward-looking countries, I must say. The United Kingdom, Australia, Turkey, the Netherlands, and Canada. I truly believe today's discussion sits at the heart of what the world needs right now. The partnerships built on trust, science, and shared progress. The pharma and life sciences sector has shown us that innovation doesn't happen in isolation, as I told you in the morning. Every molecule, every vaccine, every breakthrough involves collaboration across borders, between governments, industries, researchers, academia, and finally, the people is more important. India has earned its place as a trusted global healthcare partner, supplying quality medicines to over 200 countries, leading in vaccines, APIs, and of course, packaging innovations. But the next phase is not about volume, it's about value. Moving from being the pharmacy of the world to being a partner in discovery, sustainability, and digital transformation. Each of your countries, my dear friends, play a very distinct and important role in this journey. The UK with its strong innovation ecosystem, Australia with its deep research networks. We have wonderful engagements in the past 3-4 years during BioAsia. I was very fortunate to be among a partner into that activities as well. Turkey as a bridge between Asia and Europe. Turkey connects the world, Asia and Europe, because they belong to both the continents. The Netherlands, our country, with its sustainable technologies and logistics leadership, and Canada with its strength in biotechnology and advanced life sciences. Well, our goal in this discussion today is to explore how we can align India's capabilities with your priorities in trade, R&D, and investment, and create real pathways for joint innovation. So without further ado, let's hear from our distinguished guests, not just about the opportunities that exist, my dear friends, but about the new ideas that can connect our ecosystems in the meaningful and lasting ways. Well, what I do in a round of, the first round, I'm going to ask all 5 of them, explain respective countries, what the initiatives are very briefly, and followed by a few question and answers we can throw to them. I start with the lady, the Simran Masan.
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for having me over here. And I feel great privilege to sit around my fellow countries over here. And just to give you a brief background, I'm basically part of UK's Department for Business and Trade. And I essentially look after UK and India trade collaborations in healthcare and life sciences, especially for Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. And of course, our team is in the rest of the metro cities across the country. To begin with, we have seen strong and dynamic collaborations between both the countries since a while, and it's only growing now with the recently signed UK-India Comprehensive and Economic Trade Agreement, which should be enforced next year. And there have been constant collaborations, say, in pharma, life sciences, vaccines, digital health, and medtech. And with this particular FTA and CETA, we are trying to make it more streamlined and, of course, increase the bilateral trade between both the countries, especially in these regions. We've seen a strong presence of a lot of established UK companies in India, especially like GSK, AstraZeneca, with manufacturing plants and global capability centers. But our stronghold is to also support the startups and the spin-outs from universities like Oxford University, Francis Crick University from UK, and to support these companies in India to collaborate with Indian manufacturers, Indian hospitals, or in medtech players to bring that kind of innovation in India and use the manufacturing prowess of India and again create more and more innovation. India is a big pharma manufacturing hub and also supplies a large number of generics and APIs to the NHS. With this CETA, we are expecting this to, of course, get more streamlined. We're seeing more of IP protection discussions between both the regulatory agencies, including UK, MHRA, and CDSCO, to streamline approvals and data exclusivity. This will ensure support to, again, Indian companies looking to export into UK, and of course, UK companies trying to bring their innovation over here. And again, there's constant discussion happening between CDSCO and MHRA. If I come to the other aspects of the agreement, there's going to be zero tariff pricing for a lot of medical devices going from India to UK. And these are some of the benefits that we hope to reap next year. just to give you a few examples of a couple of innovations and collaborations that we've seen happening between, say, two sort of startups. For example, there is a company called Microbira in UK, which is into software as a medical device, providing a digital diagnostic solution, and recently has partnered with a company called Cindy Biosciences, which is a company as part of the Aspire Bionest incubator in University of Hyderabad, tackling antimicrobial resistance. So this is one very strong success story that we see in India's fight against antimicrobial resistance. And other areas where we see a lot of innovation happening would be digital health, precision medicine. For example, Leicester University just partnered with Apollo Hospitals to come up with a center of digital health and precision medicine in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So these are some of the success stories that we like to take forward, at least in the trade aspect. And another place where we also support a lot of Indian SMEs looking to enter into UK and expand their presence in UK is part of an annual UK India health accelerator program that we keep having every year, which sort of supports a lot of UK companies looking to expand their presence in UK and providing them the pathway and showing them around and giving them that environment to go further. So I would just like to conclude by saying that we are looking to expand these kind of innovations and further these innovations in various subsectors, be it vaccines, be it digital health or medtech, and constantly support these collaborations. And I only see it growing further from here. So thank you so much.
Post FTA CETA, and His Excellency Mr. Gareth Wynne Owen has always been very vocal in the bilateral relations and opening up opportunities in multiple sectors, not just in life sciences alone, pharma life sciences, but these pharma life sciences form a greater part of the bilateral relations these days, especially the post CETA. I know UK is very popular in life sciences, in R&D and all, whereas India is very famous for doing a volume business. So together we can do wonders. In fact, I was also part of the delegation when the mayor of the Birmingham came, and along with him, a lot of researchers and the professors of University of Birmingham came. With the CII platform we hosted, I was fortunate to chair that session also a couple of years ago. It's a long way to go, the relation between UK and India, and at the helm of the affairs, when a diplomat like Mr. Gareth is there, I'm very sure this will further get strengthened, and CII, we promise you, we'll do more connecting programs to reach out to the people who are needy and to develop and trade and business relations between both the countries. Thank you very much once again to both Gareth and you and the entire team of the High Commission of UK. Let me go to down south, almost far east, Australia. The Sangeeta Krishnamurthy, she has been very vocal. As I told you in the beginning, we've been working together for almost 20 years together, 18 years. So the Australia emphasizes collaboration in R&D, digital health, and innovation over pharma. And also the sustainable pharma is one of the key areas. Western Australia, I think there's a big delegation leveraging the new trade agreement also. In fact, after Dubai agreement, the Australia took place. I was also fortunate to be in the talk stage also when the ACTA took place. I'm so fortunate that things are moving in a very positive direction, the business and trade relations in Australia and India. And over to you, Sangeeta, for your deliberations.
Thank you. Thank you for that introduction, and good afternoon, everyone. Apologies for my voice, a bit of a throat infection. But thank you, first of all, to CII and PackCON 2025 for this opportunity to present Australian Trade and Investment Commission on this platform, and pleasure to meet you all. Although Mr. Chakravarti Garu has given the context of what Australia is, I just thought quickly I'll mention it's a federal government representation with its presence here in India, but responsible for South Asia as a market. And I look after the South Asia market for health and technology space. And I'm based, of course, in Hyderabad. And our role is primarily to connect business to business and the communities to bring together for innovation, research, and collaborations. That primarily is what Austrade does. In terms of the ECTA, what Mr. Chakravarti Gardu touched upon, there has never been a better time for India and Australia in terms of relationships, because it's now 2 years since the Economic Trade Cooperation Agreement has been in place and has been executed. So there are a number of sectors, including pharma as one of the industry vertical that has got place, and there is a focus in terms of looking at both the nations kind of working together in that space, besides other things like agri-education, which also takes a large chunk in terms of the free trade agreement policies that's there. So that kind of enables a lot of collaborations, which has been the word ever since we started this session. And it is marking, of course, like I said, the second anniversary was there, and I think close to about the third year coming in now. And we see a lot of more progress happening between both the countries. Now, in terms of innovation and collaboration, Australia has always been playing a critical role in terms of shaping the global innovation agenda by leveraging its world-class R&D ecosystem that is there, and they are very well always known for their research capabilities. And they also support a lot of these emerging technologies like AI, quantum, digital health, and all of the other sectors my colleagues mentioned here, which has also been home for Australia as a nation. And these are all combined with strong policy, which is supported by the government in terms of the largest medical research fund, about $20 billion, which is kept aside only for research purpose in Australia. Besides that, there are also manufacturing funds, and there are specific and stringent TGA rules that apply so that only quality products are produced, manufactured, or also researched. So those kind of collaboration and the ecosystem from the government has always been a backbone for working between any of those nations, India, Australia, Bangladesh, Australia, Sri Lanka. So it's okay, I think it's working fine. So that's been the focus, and we've been fortunate to be part of this ecosystem and bringing in a lot of this collaboration. I'll stop there, but of course there are many examples, like Australian companies have enough footprints here in the market. Larger names that you would be very common to are the cochlear implant, which is basically a largest medical device implant company, the only one in the world which has got its presence here over a decade. All of us go through the sleep apnea issue. So ResMed is one of the largest Australian medical device company with its presence. At the moment, thanks to COVID, a number of vaccine collaborations that's there in place, like Zika, of course, COVID, and then the other orphan diseases. So yeah, there are, again, these organizations are meant to be here for those, to accelerate the collaborations, not to kind of come and replace, but to embed with the existing system and to see a win-win situation. So that's what we always work towards. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sangeeta. You've been a great diplomat for over the years, connecting the countries. And Australia and India have a lot to go these days, especially post-ECTA. So not only the pharma and life sciences vaccines, but if you see the retail outlet like Qmart, if I'm not wrong, there's a lot of Australian products are there. For your benefit, you browse on the net, you will get whatnot, all Australian food products, which we used to think we go to Australia to get them, but they are at your doorstep now. Very famous international brands. I'm not going to name them. Nevertheless, thank you very much for that insight from the Australian point of view. And now I go to the lady on the left to me, Tuche Gul. She's the consul there in the Consul General of Turkey. Orhan Okan is also, His Excellency is our good friend. Currently he's in Ankara, and he sent his greetings this morning to all of you. What to say to deliberate on Turkey.
Thank you. Dear guests, it's a great pleasure to be here with you today. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to CII because CII is an always important partner for Turkish Consulate General in Hyderabad. They play an active role for enhancing economic and trade relations between two countries. Today, I'm delighted to highlight the collaboration potential between Turkey and India, especially the pharmaceuticals and life sciences and packaging sectors, briefly. These sectors hold strategic importance for both nations. India, as we all know, especially the Hyderabad, has well-established and globally recognized position in these fields. Also, Turkey, with its strong industrial base, high production standards, and open markets, demonstrate remarkable growth in these years. I would like to share some statistics with you. Last year, Turkish pharmaceuticals market reached a value of $7.7 billion US dollars, hosting more than 800 companies, 100 manufacturing facilities, and 73 R&D centers. Turkish pharmaceutical manufacturers are exporting more than 180 countries. Meanwhile, the Turkish medical devices market has reached 4.5 million USD. Medical device regulations are in line with the EU regulations, directives. Health tourism is also very important in Turkey, and it's expanding rapidly. Turkey promotes its health tourism potential through the Heal in Turkey platform. This platform connects international patients with accredited hospitals and clinics across the country. Last year, we hosted over 1.5 million health tourists. As Mr. Chakravarti mentioned before, Turkey is strategically located between Asia and Europe, and Turkey provides easy access to European, Middle Eastern, North African, and CIS markets. This unique position makes Turkey a regional hub for production, innovation, and exports. With these strong foundations, there is wide potential for collaboration for two countries, particularly in the formulation development, biotechnology, clinical research, medical devices, and digital health technologies. Opportunities for joint manufacturing also highly promising. Indian companies can benefit from Turkey's strategic location and its access to EU custom unions by establishing production facilities in Turkey. We also be pleased to welcome you in the Turkey's leading international trade expos. Also, I want to mention about the packaging sector briefly. The packaging sector, also today's focus event, is also can be key for the partnership. Turkey ranks among the top packaging countries in Europe. The industry size is around 30 billion USD now. Turkish firms produce smart, eco-friendly, and sustainable packaging solutions for pharma, chemicals, foods, and cosmetics. Our packaging exports exceed $8 billion last year and reaching over 180 countries and including a growth share in the Asia. This strong potential synergy between Turkish and Indian companies is very important, and platforms like PackCON can turn these synergies to real business partnership. As Office of the Commercial Attaché, we continue to promote bilateral trade. We aim to increase visibility of state of Telangana, especially for the Turkey. We encourage more exchanges, trade fairs, business delegations, networking activities. I hope these efforts will deepen our bilateral economic relations. For any business collaboration increase or anything you want from us, please contact me or my office. We can share with you the Turkish exporter list, importer list. We can share with you trade fair list, as well as we can convey your cooperation requests directly to the Turkish companies. Our office is always pleased to engage and cooperate with the CII members. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tuji. I think that's a wonderful elaboration and Partha Paturkiye. And needless to mention, His Excellency Mr. Borano Khan is a great friend of us, a friend of industry and trade here in Hyderabad. You are doing a great guns, connecting to the industry and expanding and elaborating business and trade relations. We keep connected to you on behalf of CII. Thank you very much once again for your coming all the way and giving your insight. Next, I move to the land of tulips. What should I say? Netherlands. It's emotion, yeah. So Ram, who has been in this business for a long time, international trade. In fact, I've been associated, as I told you, for almost a couple of decades. So Ram is very vocal. And as far as the Netherlands is concerned, I think there are surprises for you. Many people do not know what they are great at. They're not only known for the stroopwafels and the flowers, tulips, but they are known for higher technologies and semiconductors and multiple areas. And in fact, the poultry industry, animal feed, water management, energy management, they are one of the top leaders in the world. And Ram has been connecting the dots between Netherlands and India for a long time, sitting in here in Hyderabad, connecting the two key states, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So Ram, we'd like to know what exactly from your side to offer. Need not necessarily be just farm and licenses. In addition, you can also talk on the USPs of Netherlands to connect with the Telangana and how the CII is helping you, the council, to take it forward. Over to you, Ram.
Thank you, Chakravarti Garu. Thank you very much for the introduction, and thank you, CII and TG-PackCON, for giving me an opportunity. So I'd just like to give you a brief about the Netherlands. Netherlands is a small, tiny country with 43,000 square kilometer, with 18 million people. I'd say equivalent to Mumbai population. And the GDP is around $57,000. And in terms of the industry, I think we are first largest flower exporters in the world. Third largest exporters of horticulture, that is the vegetables and everything in the world. And coming to the innovation part, I think we are the seventh place in the global innovation index. That's the brief about Netherlands. And particularly food processing, I think our exports more than 25% of the food processing, including the poultry, aquaculture, meat, whatever. So it actually goes from Netherlands to the entire Europe. And hope most of you might have tasted the cheese from the Netherlands, the Gouda cheese, etc. Very famous cheese from the Netherlands, available in most of the stores in Hyderabad also. And coming to the Telangana in relation with the Netherlands, and we have more than 40 Netherlands-based companies already have a presence in Telangana. They are multi-sector. It's, I think, as Chakravarti Garu has mentioned, very strong on agriculture and allied sectors. A lot of animal nutrition companies already have their manufacturing facilities in Hyderabad. And we do very strong on renewable energy. I hope you might have used the super gas. I think super gas, most of them are known gas company. First private gas company in India from the Netherlands. They actually started in Hyderabad. I can speak about Netherlands, I think, in a whole about 24 hours like that. So, and hope everybody knows about the Philips. Philips is the Netherlands-based company, which from electronics to the lighting to the medical scanners and smaller devices to big devices. So most of them are known. I mean, the Philips is a well-known company, and from radios to televisions to everything. So. Coming to the India and Netherlands relation, I think we have more than 400 companies, Netherlands-based companies operating in India. And as I mentioned, like we have more than 40 companies in Telangana. We have another 6 companies in Andhra Pradesh. And there are a lot of interest actually from the Netherlands companies want to come and invest in here. Recent development, I think I could, I want to share the Heineken beer. Most of them might have tasted the Heineken beer. So they are actually planning to set up their largest global capability center outside Netherlands in Hyderabad. They are going to start with the people from 800. In the next 3 years, they are going to recruit 3,000 people. Entire their back-end operations for the Heineken entire globe, their back-end operations will be from the Hyderabad side. And last month, we have a direct flight from Amsterdam to Hyderabad. So KLM has started the flight. So I think that's thing. And coming to the life sciences sector, I think we are Netherlands is very strong on research and development collaborations. And one place called Leiden. Leiden is a place where you have Leiden Science Park, where a lot of multinational companies, they have manufacturing facilities there, including a few companies from India are also having manufacturing R&D facilities in the Netherlands. And you heard about if any Indian company wants to export to the Europe, any pharmaceutical products, they need to take approval from European Medicine Agency, which is again headquartered in Amsterdam. So most of these pharma companies, if they want to get regulatory approvals done for their products going into the Europe, I think they have to approach the EMA. The inspectors will come and inspect and give the approval to that. And coming to the one more additional point, I think you heard about the Rotterdam port. Rotterdam port is the largest port in the Europe, and majority of the exports from India going into the Europe, they use the port of Rotterdam. Either it is pharmaceutical products or food products or ready-made garments or even the petroleum products, whichever goes from India to the Europe actually goes to the port of Rotterdam. I mean, these are the few points I would like to bring it to your notice. I'm happy to support if anybody wants to connect with me, and maybe I'll speak later about the innovation part. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Ram. Needless to say, I think it takes more than 24 hours if you start explaining about the capabilities and innovations happening in Netherlands. If I say anything more, it looks a little partial, but at the same time, I'm very fortunate to connect with Netherlands directly, indirectly for the past 25 years by now. I think, when are you giving me a diplomatic one? Yeah. Wonderful human being, Ram Vedantam. He has been very connective to the industry. I think all of you can get benefited during the break in the evening. Please interact with him. There's a lot to do in the collaborations, a lot to know about their innovations, and something for everyone, I promise you. Well, last but not least, that's the biggest country, I must say. Many Indians dream going to Canada, settling over there, doing business, coming back, going back again, whatnot. And recently I had the fortune of interacting with the new High Commissioner, Chris Cooter. What a man he is. A great diplomat. I think he complimented our Hyderabad when he came here. A couple of days he was here, and we had detailed discussions with him along with his colleague, the Senior Trade Commissioner, Martin Barat, and also the Minister Council for Ed Yeager, I think so. It's a big team. They are very proactive. I think I must say, business with Canada is transforming. It is something different from what it was. I don't want to explain about the geopolitical situation which was happening a few months ago, but I assure you from our part, there's a very cordial relations between the High Commissions, both the High Commissions. Even Mr. Dinesh Patnaik was recently appointed as a High Commissioner, if I'm correct. I think I had a talk with him also. Wonderful gentleman. Simultaneously, the High Commissioners are appointed also. This really signals the reopening of the great business relations with both countries. But for us, Mr. Vikram Jain is the diplomat. He is the connecting point. He has been always available for us. So you must have seen him several occasions. I'm very glad to have him here on the DS today. What to you, Vikram, to develop on what's happening over there?
Good afternoon, everyone. So at the outset, first let me thank CII and Chakravarti Garu in particular. Chakravarti Garu is a key pillar and an architect who's trying to connect Telangana industries with all the foreign missions, very active across all the bodies, chamber. So I'm grateful to you, Chakravarti Garu, for providing this opportunity. My name is Vikram Jain. I head the Canadian Trade Office in Hyderabad. High Commission of Canada has a network of 8 offices. So we have High Commission in Delhi, 3 consulates, and then there are 4 trade missions. Our mandate is to promote bilateral trade and investment opportunities between the 2 countries. As far as Telangana and Andhra Pradesh is concerned, we have about 40 Canadian companies who have got active linkages with companies, institutions across all the sectors. Some of the notable among them include Thomson Reuters, which I'm sure all of you must have kind of used their services. So they have a large presence here in Hyderabad, team of about 4,000 people. We have a company called OpenText, which is a global leader in enterprise data management. They employ thousands of people. Similarly, in the pharma space, we have a company called Jam Pharma, a leading name in generics in Canada. They have a center of excellence and manufacturing presence. We have multiple companies in the infrastructure sector as well. So massive presence in Hyderabad and even in South India in general. The Canada-India trade relationship is very, very strong. The economic relationship is close to about $100 billion. Canadian pension funds, institutional investors are very, very active in India across infrastructure, clean tech, green energy projects. I'm sure all of you must have traveled to Bangalore airport. So that's the project which is owned by a Canadian group called Fairfax with a strong connection to Hyderabad. So as you must be knowing, Fairfax is owned by Mr. Prem Vatsa, so a Telugu boy, so matter of great pride for all of us. In terms of sectoral opportunities, I think there are a lot of sectors which complements to what Hyderabad and Telangana has to offer. So let me briefly touch about 3 to 4 sectors without taking too much of time. Aerospace and defense sector is a very, very important sector. We have got about 1,000 companies who work in this particular space in and around Hyderabad. Canada is now obligated under NATO terms that it has to increase its defense spending from 1% to 5% in coming years, which provides a lot of opportunities for Canadian companies and companies from this part of the region to collaborate. We are interested in procurement, we are interested in partnerships, we are interested in joint ventures, tech partnerships. So any kind of opportunity where you want to engage with Canadian companies, feel free to get in touch with us. The other sector, which of course I see a lot of companies from life sciences sector. Canada is a global leader. In terms of sectoral opportunities, pharma, biopharma is a strong sector. We see a lot of opportunities in terms of drug discovery, research collaboration. Medical devices is a key sector. A lot of Canadian companies work on that particular space. We have nutraceuticals, healthcare, IT. So these are some of the subsectors where Canada has a lot of presence and like my colleagues from other missions have said, it's because of the strong innovation ecosystem, talent availability, research incentives that the government of Canada offers to some of these companies make Canadian ecosystem strong, and we are looking to collaborate. Clean and green energy is another an important area, whether it comes to waste management, solid, water, efficiencies, improvement. These are some of the areas where we could collaborate with companies and infrastructure. As I mentioned earlier, close to about $70 billion have been invested by Canadian institutional investors across various projects in the country. Canadian companies, in fact, are active in Hyderabad as well, whether it is urban master planning, transportation planning, large projects. In fact, Chakravarti Garu was just alluding about a visit of High Commissioner Cooter. So we had the pleasure of meeting Chief Minister last week, and some of the project opportunities which we discussed was Musi River Water Development Project, Bharat Mobility, the Future City, which is basically a $10 billion capital outlay project which the state government wants to build, metro project. So I'll stop here. This thing, I don't want to go into too much detail, but we are here through support of Chakravarti Garu. Happy to connect, engage, and collaborate with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Vikram. As true to your personality, you've been very connective despite the platforms. As an individual also, you have that proactive approach. And thank you very much. And we are fortunate to have you in Hyderabad for some time already now. And thanks to all the embassy representatives, I consider you as, okay, if not first line diplomats, you're the second line diplomats. You are the ambassadors for us, as I already told you. So we will take a rapid round for each question. You can choose whoever has to answer and a couple of lines so that we have very good sessions following up also. And I touch upon innovation. I think probably Sangeeta can address. So how these innovations partnerships are more outcome driven, rather it is on the paper, or how you foresee them?
Thank you for that question. One of the initiative Australia has is called the Australia-India, and specific to India now, Australia-India Business Exchange, which is primarily focused on pure commercial aspects. Yes, MOUs and meeting and greeting and all is there, but when we talk an initiative under this umbrella, there is specific activities for engagements with startup, education skills exchange, and all these things are focused and targeted, like how towards kind of getting into a commercial and getting into a dollar value. And at the end of the day, all of us work for the net benefit of the countries that we represent, and which is why these initiatives help in terms of bringing those collaborations, in terms of turning it into commercial opportunities and bringing those business to the table, rather than only signing it on the paper and then a picture for the LinkedIn maybe. But yeah, that's what has been the focus for us.
You said it right. But yeah, you are practical. I truly appreciate it. Maybe Ram also add a little bit on the innovation angle. I've been doing a lot between Netherlands and India. Yeah. And a lot of innovations bilaterally are turning up business opportunities also, to my experience as well. Maybe we hear from Ram.
Yeah. Thank you. The innovation collaboration between India and Netherlands happen, and also India and Europe, because Netherlands is part of Europe. So we have an organization called Netherlands Research Organization. It's called NWO. We closely work with the organization like DBT, Department of Biotechnology, Department of Science and Technology in Delhi. Not only in Delhi, but even at the state level, we closely talk to the incubation like T-Hub in Hyderabad, or we have ICSA Knowledge Park Incubation Center in Hyderabad. So we closely work with those research institutions and also incubation centers. We, whatever the money part from the government of, from the Netherlands side, it will be borne by the government of Netherlands. So we call it as triple helix model. The government and the research institution and the companies, all three together will invest money in any research happening in any particular country. For example, India looking for, there is some common areas where they could do research. Example, space sector or water sector or any other sector. They want to have a common problem where they want to research together. Though whatever the expenses from Netherlands side, the Netherlands government and the company will put the money, and similarly from the government of India side, they the DBT, DST or BIRAC, these kind of institutions, the government also involved in it. So just not only putting money, not only for the bringing the papers, but actually they will bring it into the realities. So the universities like Maastricht, they actually closely work with the Terry Tata Energy Research Institution.
University of Delft.
Sorry?
University of Delft.
University of Delft. They work on, the Maastricht work on healthcare, on the cancer research, and also Delft working on the maritime sector. I think the aerospace engineering, space engineering, so a lot of collaboration is happening actually in India. Thank you.
Thank you, Ram. In fact, if I add anything, as I told you, I leave everything to Ram on Netherlands, but for other countries. So, Vikram, a little bit, one line on innovations in digital health. We are very vocal on Canada in digital health.
Yeah, so thank you, Chakravarti Garu. It's a very important subsector within the spectrum of life sciences. At High Commission, we have been actively working with Canadian companies as well as exploring certain project opportunities. We are working with Apollo Hospitals, AIG Hospitals here in Hyderabad, trying to bring Canadian companies with digital health expertise and trying to develop new products and basically bring solutions from Canada if it can be used, validated, or commercially make them available in India. And one small point which I would like to also engage is Canadian digital health companies are participating at Arab Health, so which in its new avatar is World Health Expo. So companies who are interested to collaborate with Canadian companies, I'll personally be there at Dubai. Mr. Chakravarti Garu attends this year every year. So in his capacity as Pharmexcel and Global Ambassador of World Packaging Organization. So we will be very happy to connect you in the digital health
That's
space.
a big opportunity. In fact, a lot of people started visiting, rather exhibiting also, few of the people. It is getting a big traction when this Arab Health is transformed into World Health Expo. I think there are big opportunities over there. Thank you very much for that deliberation, Mr. Vikram Jain. And I go to my friend Simran Masan. When you talk about the regulatory and R&D models, I think it can't be a better time when you talk about a UK and Indian collaboration. A lot of Indian companies now, they're setting their shop there and with approvals and manufacturing, and the innovations in the UK are happening and bilateral collaborations are happening. MHRA is the agency which we talk about after USFDA. It's more popular among all the people. Many of our companies have MHRA approvals. When we talk about the setting of standards and compliances and regulatory, I think we always talk about USFDA and also MHRA. You touch upon a few points on that?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So, of course, as you mentioned, there are a lot of Indian bulk drugs as well as, APIs and formulations that are being exported from India to UK and being used across the whole NHS ecosystem. And of course, that goes through via MHRA. We constantly engage with MHRA, especially when we have Indian investors who have invested, in UK and have set up offices over there, supporting them in terms of, liaising and understanding the regulatory pathways. As part of the UK-India CETA that will be coming into force next year, like I mentioned, there are regulatory frameworks that are being talked about between MHRA and CDSCO to again streamline approvals and ensure data exclusivity for Indian companies looking to further increase their exports to UK and streamline the whole regulatory process. And we hope that will again improve by next year. We keep having MHRA colleagues and inspectors coming to India and engaging with stakeholders over here to understand what are the key issues or hurdles that are being faced by Indian companies, looking to go over there. So I think these are essentially sort of the key points from mine in terms. One more thing I think I can mention is what we can learn is again when in licensing access pathway that MHRA sort of conducts from their end when they see very, very innovative medicines which require sort of faster approvals. That is one pathway that they have for faster access to that and faster approval to those medicines. So that's one new thing that we could imbibe and learn from what MHRA does in UK. Yeah.
Wonderful, Simran. In fact, we are so fortunate to have you. Recently, she's here in our Deputy High Commission. Earlier, she was in Mumbai. She's been a great vocal support in pharma and life sciences landscape for a long time. We are so glad that she's here with us, connecting the dots in this arena. And before closing this, maybe I will ask Tujay. And this is a continuation to my dear friend Sangeeta told. See, we talk about a lot of MOUs between the countries, between the organizations, etc. And you represent the Turkey, one of the most economically developing, rather developed country. 11th in the world already? Okay, we are third.
Yes, we are third.
Okay. So how do we move from MOUs to the measurable action in collaborations? Because you've been working in the council for a long time. I think you must have practical experiences also. So how we convert the real, the MOUs on paper to real collaborations and fruitful collaborations?
Thank you so much for the question. Actually, we are here for that reason. As a Consulate General, Office of the Commercial Attaché, we work on that because we need collaboration. We have too many, not too much MOUs maybe, and for the next level, we worked a lot. Frankly speaking, when in Turkey, when you say India, they always focus Mumbai and Delhi. And we are here for the increased awareness about, especially South India, Telangana and Hyderabad. So I hope we'll do next step, move from the MOUs. I hope the best.
Absolutely. So thank you very much, diplomats. That comes to an almost end. And a big thanks to Sangeeta, Ram, Tuche, Simran, Vikram. I'm sorry, I'm calling by first names, each of them, they are so close. But they are honorable diplomats for us. Thank you all once again. These valuable insights from all of you. And I can say what stands out clearly is that the future of healthcare and life sciences, which is the topic of the today, will be collaborative, not competitive. Definitely, it's for the bilateral benefits actually. And India is ready to open for deeper partnerships in science, sustainability and shared prosperity. On behalf of the entire CII team, on behalf of my chairman, Mr. R. Sivaprasad Reddy, Mr. Gautam Reddy, vice chair, and on behalf of all the senior team headed by the past chairs and my state council, entire CII team, and not last but importantly, on behalf of entire CII TG-PackCON team, I sincerely thank all of you, our diplomatic representatives, for being part of this important conversation. And together, let us continue to turn ideas into impact. Sangeeta, definitely, I think, and collaborations into real progress. Thank you all once again. Thank you once again.